Hello my fellow lobsters and welcome back to another video. Today we are actually going to be in the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. We are going to be making a Bedwars map. If you notice, behind me is the new background because now we are in the 1.16 update. So with that, we have a lot of new blocks that we can use for our lobby and everything, and I'm going to be taking you through all the commands and how to even create the world with the right presets to start your Bedwars map. Okay, so we're going to go and create a new world. What I'm gonna call it, I'm just gonna call it making a Bedwars map. I'm gonna set the default game mode to creative mode. I am going to make the world flat. I am also going to turn show coordinates on. I'm gonna put immediate respawn on. I'm gonna turn off I'm gonna turn on always day, turn off mob spawning, mob griefing, and weather cycle, and that's just to make it a little bit easier for me in the very beginning to make it so that people don't mess with the world too much, or that mobs and stuff don't. Also, I don't want to have a trillion slimes. And I'm going to put the respawn radius to 0 so I can completely control where the players respawn so they don't just spawn in random areas. And I'm going to set the random tick speed to 0, and that's because if I have a map with vines, I don't want them growing. And I'm going to make it on here the random tick speed. Another reason is because or another thing that you're going to be forced to not do is have basically you're not going to have any farm materials because they won't grow unless they have bone meal. This will also prevent trees from growing, and you can add a lot more decoration onto your maps this way. Okay, so now to actually start the world, so I'm going to create it now. Okay, I'm now in. For some reason, I've switched skins with the Bro Public, so I'm going to switch back to the skin. This is how you actually fix it. You go into your profile, you switch to some other random skin like this one, and then after that, you just switch back. And for some reason, this is a glitch that's like pretty much always been in, but now if you notice, I'm back to my lobster skin. So, we have our friends from the Bro Public doing this video with us, which is pretty awesome. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to get the lobby set up. So, he has been turned into a lobster for some reason. We're still working on trying to figure out a way to fix that. I just really hope that Mojang can fix that too, because this is getting really annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set my game mode to adventure. I'm going to kill myself, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to get the exact spawn point, so I'm going to do it again. And every time I should end up in the same area, so I'm just going to constantly do it. Okay, so looks fine right now. So what I'm going to do now is switch back to creative. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work with a couple game rules. So game rule command block output false, and game rule send command feedback false also. Basically what that does is it makes it so that the command blocks won't mess with stuff. Okay, so next step is I'm going to fill a huge area around me. So I'm going to do /fill. I'm going to put a 20 here, -1, which means it'll go under my Y basically, and then I'm going to do 20 again, -20, and then I'm going to make it 7 blocks tall, and -20, I'm going to fill it with the quartz bricks from the current Nether update, but they just added those, and I'm gonna make it hollow. Okay, and now we should have a giant area. We should go black because we shouldn't be able to see anything, and the next step is actually just to replace the ceiling. So I'm gonna affect myself with night vision so you guys can see. So I'm just gonna turn on, yep, there we go. Okay, and one last thing, I'm going to put 0 true so that it hides the particles so it's not annoying. As you can see, there's no particles. So the next step is I'm gonna fill the ceiling with air. So I'm gonna go /fill. I'm gonna go -19, 11, -19, and then this area should be 19, 19, 11, if I'm right. Yep, 19, or 19, 11, 19, and then air. So then here we go. We have a nice giant lobby. Okay, so that's basically the super quick building of a lobby. I don't want to build an enormous one. We can have the Bro Public probably work on a better lobby right now. But he is here to help with building, and I'm going to be doing all the command stuff and all the technical things. So, our next step in this lobby is, well, actually, I want to decorate it a little more, so I'm going to fill this floor with glass. So I'm going to do negative 19, 2, which is 1 block lower. So, and then negative 19 to 19 to 19 grass. And the grass won't actually be affected by these quartz bricks because tick speed's off, and also turning off tick speed reduces the lag. So then I'm going to do stained glass on the top and or over the grass, and then here we go. We have a giant area, and for some reason it did transform into that, so let me change it back. So here we go, and the grass is perfect now. It shouldn't be affected anymore by this stuff, so that's really awesome. We have ourselves a nice floor now, and it looks a lot cleaner now that it's not all quartz bricks. So basically, now that we've got that done, we could technically decorate this lobby a little more, but what I want to add next is I want to add the rules onto this. So basically, what I want to do here is I am going to go find the formatting codes for the colors, and then I will be right back and start adding some signs for the rules right over here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to OP the Bro Public because we need them to be able to help us. So I'm going to OP him. Let me actually just go /OP Bro Public, and now he's OP'd. If you notice, nothing comes up in the chat, and nothing should come up except for you have been OP'd in his chat, which is pretty awesome now that we don't have problems with tons of chat stuff. So that hides the command block stuff, even though it's fairly obvious that we're using command block. So I'm going to add a rules section over here. So I'm going to get a sign. I'm going to use, let's go with jungle. Let's try jungle, if we could change the signs every time, if we want to. So right here, we're going to do, we're going to paste our formatting code, which is that. We're going to make it bold also. So 4 is going to be red. This is bold, and if you click on it, it should hide it, I think. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rules. Okay, so then if we go off of this, this should say the rules, and the problem now is that we have too much of contrast. So we're going to try that again. The rules. And here we go. So that looks a little, I think birch probably was the best option. Finally, last try. The rules. So it's already looking better, and I guess we'll go with that for now. We can always change it later, or we can just change the color. So, basically we have the rules right here. I just want to put a sign like that. One thing that I find works really well is on birch. Purple usually stands out a little bit. Purple isn't the hardest color to see or anything, but it works. And then I want to add a couple rules. So there we go. So here's our mini rules right now. It's fairly obvious what everything does, but I'm just adding that so that anybody who's first time playing Bedwars knows what to do. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the exact center of the map by changing to adventure mode, and this is the way that you can get to the center. So obviously we can see right where I am is the center right here. So /game mode C. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prevent players from killing each other in the lobby, and I'm going to do that with a simple command. So I'm going to get myself a command block, and I'm going to place it in any of these 4 squares of the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do repeat, always active, / effect at A, and I'm going to do X equals this, Y equals the same thing, Z equals the same thing, and then R, which is radius, equals, I'm going to do 100, and I'm going to put weakness for 11 seconds, 255, and true. Basically, for their weakness will be constantly refreshed, max level weakness, so they can't even deal damage, and it won't show any particles. So basically, now if you see up in the corner, it shows that I have weakness, and I'm going to have the Bro Public help me with making sure this works, so I'm going to teleport him to me. And I'm going to switch him to survival mode. Okay, he's an adventure, and I can't attack him, even though I'm in creative. I'm going to give myself a diamond sword, and I can't even deal any damage at all. And he's not in creative mode. Yes, he's using the new emotes that were just added. So like I literally can't even kill him. It doesn't even let me get critical hits. So let me switch to survival also, so you can see. So Bro Public, I want you to attack me right now. At least try to attack me. So you can see I'm in survival mode, and I'm trying to attack him. We're both trying to attack each other, and nothing will happen. So this is perfect, and we don't even have to turn PvP off. And the moment somebody gets teleported out of the lobby, they should be affected, they should be unaffected with the weakness. So it looks like right now he's working on making a parkour, which is pretty cool. It gives the player something to do if there's not enough players on. But now the next step is to actually create the teleporting system. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create the teleporting system so that you can choose your team and everything. If you notice, there's the chains and all that really cool stuff that they added in the Nether update. By the way, I do have videos about that. I will leave links in the description. And so what we're going to do is we are going to put this next to the rules. And I'm going to put over here, I'm going to put, so I'm going to find this one. Choose team. And here we go. So now we have a sign that says choose team. Obviously we could put it up here, but currently this is just going to be here. Now behind the button, what I like to do to get past them, I like to just mine and then pick the block over here. So then basically what we're going to do is we are going to teleport the nearest player. So we're going to teleport at P, X equals, or we're going to just do teleport at P to the coordinates of this command block exactly. We're going to make it 10 blocks higher, and we're going to make the Z to 250. Or not 250, we're just going to make the Z 50. So basically, now, if we were to press this button, let me just do this. We press the button and we're teleported to right here. So we're exactly the point where we're teleported. What we want to do is we want to make the team selecting system. So over here, I'm gonna fly and I'm gonna press this button and I won't move down. I'm gonna set the block under me to stone, and here we go. So this is the exact point they're gonna be teleported to every time. And I'm just going to place some quartz bricks around it, because that seems like it's our theme, the quartz bricks. And then I will be covering how to do this lobby, or the team selector, right at the next video. So we will see you in our next video, and thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe so we can beat the Pro Public in the subscriber challenge. So thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video. And hopefully our other videos if you remember to subscribe. Goodbye!